Good morning, everyone. Before starting this presentation, please ask one question from yourself, that why this presentation is going to be important for you. Some of the answers will be, it is important because it will help us in understanding the pattern of the exam. Some of you might say it explain us what are the questions which were asked in an interview. Some of you might think it will help in understanding what will be the work if you become a scientific officer in AMD. Dear students, in this presentation, we will cover all these things. So before starting this presentation, let's have a quick overview of this presentation. So we start with career opportunities, then for whom the AMD will be perfect, then what work you have to do if you become a scientific officer in AMD. Then we will discuss the sequences of events throughout this procedure of becoming a scientific officer. And in the last we will discuss how the exam pattern of BARC will be and what kind of questions may be asked in the main interview round. So let's start with the first thing, that the career opportunities. We will divide these into two groups, that either you go for jobs after your post-graduation or you can go for research. And for the jobs we will also split it into two. The first one is non-conventional jobs in multinational companies, or you can also go for your own consultancies. And the second one is conventional jobs. So in conventional jobs, we have ONGC, GSI, CGWB and AMD, and there are a lot of other jobs are also there. So in this presentation, we will focus on AMD. Before going further, American politician and lawyer Joe Andrew said that the hardest decisions in life are not between good and bad or right and wrong, but it is between two goods or two rights. Dear students, after your post-graduation you have lot of opportunities, you have lot of options like AMD, GSI, ONGC, etc. So it is really important for you to select the best one which can help you in your professional growth. So the question arises, for whom AMD will be perfect? So the one who really loves studying, who can do a lot of extensive field work, who can work in remote areas, and who also want to do PhD in future, AMD will be good for them. In AMD, for the person who wants more professional growth and who wants to become a Group A Gazetted officer, AMD will be perfect for those students. It is not like that you have to study only up to your interviews. You have to study a lot after becoming scientific officer, because it is not a clerical job. You become a scientific officer, so you have to study a lot. As far as field work is concerned, about 6 months, minimum 6 months of field work is there in AMD. And previously it was field work was restricted to more remote areas. Nowadays situations are changing, so extensive field work is required in Atomic Mineral Directorate, and it also gives you an opportunity for doing PhD in future. So if any one of you interested in these parameters, then you should go for AMD. So now the question arises, what kind of work you will do after becoming a scientific officer? As the name itself indicate, AMD ER, its full name is Atomic Mineral Directorate for Exploration and Research. So your main work will be confined to exploration and research. Since AMD is a field-based organization, so most of your work will be related to the exploration. And our main aim will be successful implementation of atomic energy program of the country. So the sequences of events through which you have to go during whole this procedure is as follows. In the starting January, the applications will be begin, and in first week of February the online application will be closed. After that you have to go for the entrance exam, which will be supposed to happen in the second week of March. And if during the procedure of filling this BARC form, you have to choose the option, either you want to go through the GATE exam or BARC entrance exam. So best option is select both. Okay, so your BARC entrance exam will be in second week of March, and your this GATE exam will be in the second week of February. So after the GATE results will come, you have to upload your GATE scorecard, and in the second week of April, second or third week of April, the list of the candidate who are shortlisted for the interview will be displayed on the online application portal. After that, the interview will be started from second week of May. These all dates which I just mentioned, they can vary from 1 year to another year. Around June 3rd week, you will get the final list of those students who successfully clear the interview. After that, you have to go through 1 year of orientation course, and after successfully completion of this 1 year orientation course, you will be posted as scientific officer. Now let's move on to the next session of this presentation. For the exam point of view, what kind of questions were asked in BARC entrance exam, and how the interview questions will be there if you got selected for interview. So in BARC entrance exam, around 100 questions were there. All of them are MCQ based. For each correct answer you will get 3 marks, and for each wrong answer you will get 1/3, negative 1/3 marks. The cutoff for 2019 is around 65%, somewhere around 65%, means the whole exam is of 300 marks. So around 190 to 200 number, if you get 190 to 200 number in the entrance exam, you will be called for interview. But it also depends on GATE results. This is not a fixed number. Okay, now there is no fixed syllabus for the BARC entrance exam, because they mainly focus on exploration and hard rocks. So I would like to suggest just go through the main mineral exploration portion, and more focus is on the hard rocks. The essential subject which one should cover are mainly petrology, geochemistry, structural geology, and mineral exploration. In geochemistry, a lot of numericals were asked. So if you are preparing for GATE, you will definitely know what kind of numericals they can ask from geochemistry, or even from geostats also they ask some numericals, some basic numericals were there. The other subjects which are covered are like a few questions from geomorphology, basic questions like the what kind of features you will get in which kind of environment, that sort of basic questions. Some questions from mineralogy and crystallography like twinning or Miller indices, and optical property. Optical mineralogy is very important as far as mineralogy and crystallography this portion is concerned. Then some basic question from geophysics also, like where will be the magnetic field will be more, either at equator or at pole. Such kind of basic question, and some critical thinking questions were also there. So if you are preparing for GATE, I think you will not face any trouble in this BARC entrance exam. Then one important thing regarding these topics is the tectonics of Himalaya. Some questions were always there from this, and they don't provide you the question paper after completion of the entrance exam. So it is quite tough for one to crack the pattern. So, and each year also they change the pattern also. So it totally depends on the examiner mind what they are going to ask, and it varies from 1 year to another year. So don't rely only on these subjects. Just try to go through all the subjects, but for those, if you have not sufficient time, just go through the main exploration subjects, mineral exploration, and more focus on the hard rock. Questions from the micropaleontology, petroleum geology, sequence stratigraphy, hydrology will not be there, as rarely any questions were there from this. Just go through the main subjects. Now coming to the interview. So first of all, I would like to give a disclaimer here. Don't rely only on this which I am going to say in the interview. It changes from every year. Even if you got selected for interview on the same day, if 10 students were there, the pattern will vary a lot from one person to the other person. If you asked one of your friends who just go for interview and came out of interview, and you asked what questions they were asked during his interview session, so neither the questions were repeated and nor the pattern will be followed. So such kind of things happened during interview. So in 2019, around 150 students were shortlisted, and out of which 15 got selected after the interview. So here the selection ratio is 1:10. But if you look at the UPSC entrance exam, the selection ratio is 1:3 or 1:4. Means out of 3 or 4 students they selected one. But here in BARC they selected 1 out of 10. So interview is really important for one to get this job. Interview is really important if you want to get into this job. And one more thing I would like to mention here, that your final selection is only based on your performance in the interview. They don't see what is your entrance exam number, what is your gate score. If you called for interview, after that your MSc grades, your gate score, your BARC entrance exam score not matter. They only see your what sort of personality, what sort of critical thinking, what sort of your ability to solve the problem instantaneously is there or not. So interview is of 1000 marks, and duration of interview is about 45 minutes to 80 minutes. It depends how you go through the interview. A number of interviewers in the panel is about 6 to 10. So you can think how tough the interview will be. Now here I would like to share a generalized overview of the interview, which one may ask. Like it usually starts with your intro. They ask your where are you from, what is your hometown, and from where you completed your graduation and post graduation. After that, in almost most of the interview, they asked about dissertation and field work. So it is really important that you thoroughly go through your dissertation and the field work. And I would like to mention one thing here. In dissertation, please carry your final dissertation report. It is really important in interview to carry that report. And as far as questions, technical questions from geology is concerned, they mainly asked basic questions from petrology, from mineralogy, and they also focus on the physics, chemistry, maths, basics of physics, chemistry, maths. Like in mathematics, they may ask what is the curve of e to the power x, this sort of questions. In chemistry, they may ask like what is molarity, what is difference between molality and molarity. In physics, they may ask write the formula of escape velocity. So you have to focus also on this PCM, because usually they asked questions from physics, chemistry, maths also. In geology, they asked questions like what is the host rock of this deposit. In structural geology, they may ask from Ramsay's classification. So different questions may be asked. Some questions may be from even from soil profile also. So you cannot predict what kind of questions they will ask. So best way for cracking the interview is just go through thoroughly from each and every point of the subject. And one important thing, they ask few questions from the samples of minerals, rocks and ore, and field instruments also. If you say in the field work, if you mention about your field work, so they may ask you to how to measure dip and strike with the help of Brunton or clinometer. Okay, and some other questions like they asked questions at the end of the interview, like what is your hobbies, and from some other students they may ask like what is your dream and which is your favorite area. Such kind of questions are also there. So best thing of this AMD interview is that neither your grade in post graduation nor your BARC or GATE score will matter. This is all I already mentioned. And important thing is they focuses on not only on your IQ but they also focuses on your EQ. And one interesting thing that language of conversation is not matter. So this barrier is not there as far as interview is concerned. After interview you will feel really happy because after these 45 minutes or 60 minutes you will get to know where you stands, and after the interview itself you will get a feeling like whether you will be selected or not. So this is the interview portion, and at last I would like to focus on some of the key points which is important for such interviews. Like apart from good subject knowledge there are certain things that you have to focus, and most of these points you already know, like the proper non-verbal communications, how you express your thoughts, and the way you stand, the way you write on the board. All these small things matters a lot in such kind of interview. Your dress and what attire you have, like either you wear blazer, either you wear coat or simple pant shirt. These all things matters. And confidence, important thing, very important thing is confidence, how you defend your answers, and demonstration skills, whether you have ability to explain the thoughts, how you demonstrate the things and the samples which were there. And apart from these all, like I personally feel this, you have to be a good listener if you want to crack this BARC interview, because most of the time what happens, students were directly jump to answer, and these all things really matters. So I would like to say just focus on these small things and have a good subject knowledge, because that is the only thing which can help you to crack this interview. With this I would like to thanks all of you for paying attention. You can contact me on Gmail, also you can contact me on Facebook. Just